It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From Smoothie King Center in downtown New Orleans, tonight it's the New Orleans Pelicans playing host to the LA Clippers. New Orleans begins the game with the basketball. Payton, they'll get it down to Davis. Big finish that time for Julius Randle. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet, and one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in the game, they can help you sustain that energy.
It's LA Clippers ball. To Tobias Harris. Gortat rocking the rim.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Everybody clap your hands.
Holiday in possession. Looking to make something happen. Davis to Holiday. Drew Holiday. Good start. He's made his first shot.
On and off the court, Drew Holiday is one of my favorite players. He always brings that passion and intensity on the hardwood floor. But this game always comes back to why do you play? And there's no doubt about it. He plays for his wife, Lauren, and also his baby girl, Drew Tyler. His wife, while pregnant, found out that she had a brain tumor behind her right eye. He skipped the season, stayed with his wife, helped her to have her baby, and also supported her while she went through a serious time. I don't know what else defines leadership other than a man like Drew Holiday.
Payton to Holiday. Down to Randle. Davis to Holiday. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Bradley to Gortat. From the painted area, won't go down.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
And he'll go to the foul line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
First one goes down. 2 for 2 on that trip. Pelicans have the basketball. Payton Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
No, it's Moore with the rebound. Hayden into the front court. He'll run the offense. Knocked loose. Jay, the Clippers last year were 2 games better than 500. Pretty amazing when you think about what they dealt with.
Most definitely. Think about what happened in the offseason. They traded Austin Rivers. They also lose DeAndre Jordan to free agency. But everything for this Clipper organization starts with Lou Williams. He is the stud for this team. It's his 2nd time in his career he's been named 6th Man of the Year. And that's why they signed the 31-year-old to a 3-year, $24 million deal.
Beverly into the front court. Down just a couple. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go.
It's easy for the offense to get at you. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Clippers have the basketball. Nothing going here on that drive. Gets it in the left corner. To Tobias Harris. Here comes the screen. Bradley to Tobias Harris. Shot from the lane won't go. Hayden with the basketball. They lead it. 4-point game. They go down low to Randall. No!
Defense, let's go.
Beverly to Bradley. Here's a chance from long range. That's how you defend.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Deep right corner. Wide open look won't go.
And as a shooter, this is when you start to second-guess your shot. You've had 3 wide-open shots that you just can't put through the net, but still, keep hunting your shot.
Never dare Patrick Beverly. Hits a wide-open 3.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Elfrid Payton trying to cash in on a 3-point play. Numbers not in his favor, 61% for his career. The free throw, good. Caps off the 3-point play. The lead is 4. LA Clippers with the basketball. Take stock of the floor. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Gilgeous Alexander. Bradley. The shot clock expires. Holiday. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Williams into the front court. They can get a 2 for 1 if they play this right. Holiday controls the basketball. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. To Payton. Five to shoot for the Pelicans. Holiday. They'll get it down to Johnson. Inside, he scores.
And ball movement is one of those great things. One of the things you learn early in this game is that if everybody gets involved, then everyone has a chance to win.
Pelicans have it. Late heave to beat the buzzer, and it's off the rim. Came so close to draining that one from 3/4 court. But that'll do it for this opening period. One quarter down. Neither side really distinguished itself. Jay, what stood out?
I know you're wondering why I'm clapping. Both teams came out in the first quarter, and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, and we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
Gilgeous-Alexander to Gortat. Knocked loose. Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. Deep left corner. Scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Gilgeous-Alexander to Gortat. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Gortat. Gilgeous-Alexander, keep an eye on this guy. Slams it down.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
Holiday in possession. 2-point advantage. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
A lot of contact. Shot's no good and no foul. Another shot stays out. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration. Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible quickly. And if you're a guard in this team, don't worry about your playing time. Raise your hand when you get tired. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
Second and 3, off the mark. Can't cash in. 0 for 3. Payton into the front court. Up by 6. Down to Randall. Slams it down.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Beverly lets it fly from beyond the arc. Shot no good. You know Beverly can appreciate good defense.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
The assist from
It's LA Clippers ball. To Beverly.
2 minutes remaining in the
Oh, nice find for the basket.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
number 21, Patrick Beverly.
Hayden with the basketball. His team on top by 8. To Julius. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Thought it's blocked by Davis.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Hayden into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. To Holiday. Davis. Knocks it down from mid-range.
I know this is going to sound crazy, but it's so hard to guard a bad shooter. Their form throws your pace off on how you defend it. Sometimes there's nothing you can do.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 13,
Clippers have the basketball.
serving in
Beverly to Bradley.
number 55,
Sizing up the defense. Bradley down low for Harris.
in the second quarter.
To Gortat. For 3. That's not his range. It's no good. Holiday controls the basketball. His team leads it by 10. To Julius Randle. Lays it up and in.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Beverly into the front court. Down a dozen. To Tobias Harris. Yes, and the foul. And
On the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Tobias Harris at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He struggled so far. Free throw try, off the mark. Hayden with the basketball. The lead stands at 10. Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Count the bucket for 2.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
And he finishes at the rim.
And see, this is simple. This is where the PG pulls the bigs over to the side and says, we can't allow that to happen. You need to be an enforcer down low.
Knocked loose. Taken by the Pelicans. Deep 3 at the buzzer. First half comes to an end. It's been all Pelicans so far.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Pelicans certainly didn't have a problem putting up points in the opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the New Orleans Pelicans. The Clippers have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Bench points.
The Los Angeles Clippers were not given a chance to relax in that opening half. Even when the starters were on the bench, the reserves were maintaining the lead and earning their playing time.
Player of the half.
Julius Randle was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half, and I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going.
Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Jay, recent years, the Clippers have added guys, rookies and otherwise, who bring that toughness factor.
And it all starts with Patrick Beverley. He missed most of last season with a meniscus issue and a microfracture in his right knee. But I got a chance to sit with him at the desk during the NBA draft on ESPN. And when the Clippers selected back-to-back Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jerome Robinson, he looked right at me in the eyes and said, oh, they're going to have to get in where they can fit in, and I'm going to make sure they bring it every single day. That's the kind of tough leader you have in P-Bev.
LA Clippers. Beverly to Bradley. Probing the defense. Bradley fires the three. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. The follow won't go either. Payton to Holiday. Randall to Davis. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Add 2 points to the board.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Pelicans basketball. He wants it at the rim and scores.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Now the Clippers call a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? Still going up.
And he's going to the free throw line.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
Elfrid Payton at the line. Off the mark on the first free throw. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Beverly to Gortat. To Bradley.
All right, sit down, sit down.
Knocked loose. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Patrick Beverley. Holiday. 4-3. That won't go. Bradley. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Big finish that time for Julius Randle.
The defense player with that kind of NBA talent level will get to the rim every time with moves like that. So, Ed, my man P. Bev the other day made some comments on social media. I want to get your reaction. He said, I'll tell you right now, we are the best team in LA. How do you feel about that?
Jay, since the Clippers moved from San Diego, I don't know if that's been the case once. Maybe going back a few years, but LeBron James is in LA now. I don't know if Patrick Beverley's right on that one. Beverley to Tobias Harris. Screen coming. Shot from the lane won't go.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
It's LA Clippers ball. Beverley. Baseline drive. Hayden into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. Habits to game.
Elfrid Payton at the line. First one, count it.
Good shot, buddy. Good shot, buddy.
Substitutions, New Orleans.
Goes 2 for 2. Clippers have the basketball. Probing the defense.
Screen coming, screen.
1 minute remaining.
LA with 4 to shoot. Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it fly from long range. Gilgeous-Alexander forcing one there. Well defended. Holiday in possession. His guys holding the big lead.
Hey, watch this screen left.
To Payton. Here comes the screen. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Payton trying to cash in on the three-point play, shooting 80% in this contest. Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. Timeout called here by the Clippers as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander to Tobias Harris. Inside, he scores.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay. But you're definitely not fooling me twice.
Here we go.
Here comes the screen. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
And the reward, he's going to the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. That's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Mike Scott at the line. Misses the first. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Deep three at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The 4th quarter coming up. The Pelicans own a sizable lead. It's the Pelicans with the basketballs. We start the 4th quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
Basketball, Beverly. Pelicans have it.
Can the offense just run some clock here? I've seen enough.
Peyton to Julius Randle. Oh, emphatic slam.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Nothing going here on that drive. Beverly. That's a 24-second violation. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
And Lou Williams buries the 3 with a hand in his face.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Knocked loose. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Hayden to Holiday. They go down to Davis. Tobias Harris pins it. That's his 3rd block this evening.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Knocked loose. Holiday controls the basketball. He'll run the offense. To Davis. Rocking the rim. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Shot no good. You know Beverly can appreciate good defense.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Beverly to Tobias Harris. Screen coming, and they call it.
Just a tic-tac foul.
To number 30, Julius
Time for some new personnel into the game.
Subbing in for Los Angeles, number 23, Louis Williams.
Bradley. Now pass stolen by the Pelicans.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Drew Holiday, 3 for 6.
Flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Here comes the screen. Williams to Gortat. Count the basket inside.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand that next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass.
Marcin Gortat tips it. That's his 3rd block this evening. Beverly.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
To Holiday. Davis. Stuffs it down with authority, inside or outside. Can any 7-footer in the NBA match this guy's versatility?
Not yet. Not yet, but Kristaps Porzingis is very, very close.
From the painted area, won't go down. Bradley to Beverly. To Gortat. Missed it. How'd that not go down? 3-second count. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
Los Angeles Clippers, number 30, Mike.
Hayden to Davis. And scores.
And when we start talking about some of the top players in the game, can we talk about the guy that got first-team All-NBA for the 3rd time in 4 years? Can we talk about the guy who was the 2nd leading scorer in the league last year with 28 points per night? Can we start mentioning AD's name with the best in the game starting now?
That's off the side of the rim, no good. The pass taken away. Beverly into the front court. His guys down big. Here comes the screen. Gortat rocking the rim.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Number 23, Louis Williams.
It's the Pelicans who come away with the victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports Postgame Wrap-up. The Pelicans were simply amazing in this contest. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they scored their points. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the New Orleans Pelicans. The Clippers
Did not look good in this one, and neither did the score. And it's games like this where veteran players can be so important. They've been through these types of blowouts, and they know what it takes to keep a locker room united.
Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Assists.
The New Orleans Pelicans play fantastic team basketball today. Ball movement is clearly what separated these two squads.
the game.
Elfrid Payton could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.